Good morning and welcome to the WPI Sports and Recreation Center in Worcester, Massachusetts. It is day 2 of the Northeast 10 men's and women's swimming and diving championships. This morning's events will be the 500 freestyle, the 2IM, and the 50 free. We are scheduled for a 10:15 start this morning alongside Nikolai Margolin and Lindsay Bailey. I am Jeremy Abreu. You're watching NE10 now on Flow Sports, brought to you by Abreu Media Productions. We will head down to our PA announcer, Matt Loprino, to kick off the morning session. You see your lane assignments for the first heat of the women's 500-yard freestyle. The pool has been cleared except for lanes A, B, and C, which are warm-up and cool-down lanes. Swimmers look like they're all there, ready for heat number 1. Natalie Ramos-Horqueda in lane 4, Katerina Serlin in 5, Avi Young in 6, Rachel D'Amico in 7, and Lily Bluen in lane 8. We're just waiting to get the official kickoff going. We'll hand it off to Matt Loprino for the introductions of the morning session, and then you'll hear my voice for the rest of the morning, folks. This session should be a fairly quick one today. Only 3 events, 5 free, 2IM, 50 freestyle. Diving will be going on simultaneously. Prelims, we do not broadcast the prelims, but the finals will be broadcast tonight during the general session. Sunny day here in Worcester, Rhode Island. Worcester, Massachusetts. I just said Worcester, Rhode Island. That was interesting. Worcester, Massachusetts. Got some snow on the way tomorrow night into Sunday. It's been a bit of a mixed bag of weather here in Worcester, but the swimming has been hot. Had a good night last night. Crowning conference champions in the 1,000. And I think we are ready to hand it off to Matt Loprino.
And good morning, ladies and gentlemen. The NE10 welcomes you again to the WPI Sports and Recreation Center for day 2 of competition at your 2025 NE10 Swimming and Diving Conference Championships. The Northeast 10 promotes good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, racial comments, homophobic, transphobic, or sexist comments directed at officials, student athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from the site of competition. The events this morning will be the men's 1-meter diving, 500-yard freestyle, 200-yard individual medley, and the 50-yard freestyle. And this morning we start with event 7, the women's 50-yard freestyle. There'll be 4 heats. This is heat 1, Mr. Referee.
Okay, so we are ready to rock here. This will be event number 7, the women's 500-yard freestyle. The winner last year was Emma Hapkowitz from Bentley. She has since graduated. She was a problem in the pool, folks. She was tough for any of these other swimmers to beat. She was such an amazing distance swimmer.
Swimming in heat 1, lane 4.
So now this gets opened up a little bit for some of the other top distance swimmers in the Northeast 10 Conference to shine. Avi Young from Bentley came in with the top time here. 5:53.95. Right now, though, it's Rachel D'Amico from St. Michael's. A little bit of a different strategy here from the 500 and the 1,000. Obviously, much shorter race. Need to execute on your race plan. But if you're vying for winning your heat or getting to the top 5 on the podium, definitely need to make sure that, you're monitoring where your competition is as well in the field. In a long race like the 1,000 and the mile, plenty of time along that race timeline to either grow your lead or cut into a deficit. In the 500, a lot less, as the swimmers make their turn and get ready to come in to the 150-yard mark. It remains Rachel D'Amico from St. Michael's College leading the way. She's followed by Ava Young from Bentley, 0.6 of a second behind. Pretty good crowd this morning here at WPI for a Friday morning. D'Amico continues to lead the way, 0.8 ahead of Young, so she's grown that lead by 0.2 of a second in that last 50. So we'll have to keep an eye on that as they approach the 225-yard mark. Almost at the halfway point of our opening heat of the morning. Again, if you're just joining us, welcome to the broadcast. We're live at the WPI Sports and Rec Center for the Northeast 10 2025 Men's and Women's Swim and Dive Championships. Alongside Nikolai Margolin and Lindsay Bailey, I'm Jeremy Abreu. You're watching NE10 now on Flow Sports, brought to you by Abreu Media Productions. Young cuts into the lead ever so slightly, 7/100ths there over that last 50. But it is still D'Amico from St. Michael's leading the way. And at this point, it looks like Ava Young not only has caught up, she may be slightly in the lead as they approach the 350-yard mark. Ava Young in lane 6 from Bentley. Rachel D'Amico in lane 7 from St. Michael's College. D'Amico still holding on to that lead ever so slightly, 2/100ths of a second. But Ava Young right there as they approach the 400-yard mark. I suspect D'Amico will grow this lead ever so slightly here. She does. So back up to almost a half a second, as now you can see it's about a half a body length over the final 100. So if you are Young, no need to panic yet. You're right there, but 75 yards left. Really got to start to put your foot on the gas here if you're going to catch D'Amico, because now she has built up an almost full body length lead. One thing I'm noticing is the kicking. If you take a look at D'Amico, her kick is pretty consistent. Young's a little bit of a flutter kick. There's the bell, 50 yards to go. D'Amico's going to be hard to catch over these last 50 yards. She's extended that lead out to almost 2 seconds. Young came in 5:53.95. D'Amico 5:55.32. And it is going to be Rachel D'Amico, our first winner of the morning here in the opening heat of the women's 500. She'll do it in a time of 5:47.30. So nice job by D'Amico. She drops 8 seconds Young takes second. She drops 4 seconds, so good time drops there. Who's going to get third? This is a tight race between Bluen and Serlin, and it is Bluen. Serlin takes fourth. Natalie Ramos Horqueda will finish up from pace. She'll hit the wall at the 475-yard mark. She'll do it in a time of 6:51.28. But our winner, Rachel D'Amico from St. Michael's College, as we move on to heat number 2. There are your lane assignments. Off and running on heat number 2 of the morning, swimming in lane 3 from Assumption, it's Lindsay Downer. Swimming in lane 4 from Felician, it is Martina Bugala. In lane 5 from Southern Connecticut, Sierra Ducharme. In lane 6 from Felician, it is Salma Nueno Galen. In lane 7 from Southern Connecticut, Jasmine Uricchio. In lane 8 from Southern Connecticut, it's Natalie Weir. In lane 9 from Felician, it is Tawana Lucic. And in lane 10 from Adelphi, it's Sophia Boyer. Top entry time for heat number 2 here belongs to Salmo Nueno Galan from Felician. Right now, though, it's Jasmine Uricchio from Southern Connecticut out to the early lead at the 100-yard mark. As this is Felician's first Northeast 10 Conference Championship. Trying to give you some background on some of their swimmers. Martina Bugala. Martina comes from Poland. She's a transfer from Queens College, where she competed in the triathlon program. She's an art major, and she's just getting back into competitive swimming after pursuing her triathlon career, so that's pretty cool. Salma Nueno Galan. Salma's a graduating senior. She transferred into the program as a sophomore, progressed into one of the most consistent and powerful distance swimmers. Salma comes from Espana and is one of the most consistent performers on the Felician team. But right now, it is all Jasmine Uricchio building up a 2.5 second lead over her teammate Sierra Ducharme and Natalie Weir. So Southern Connecticut right now, 1, 2, and 3 as we approach the halfway mark of heat number 2. Uricchio powering toward the 300-yard mark here. Consistently in the 30 high, 31 low range for her splits. She's followed by Sierra Ducharme in lane 5, also from Southern Connecticut. And Natalie Weir in lane 8 remains in 3rd. So it's all Southern Connecticut here in heat number 2. 1, 2, and 3 right now. We talked a little bit about watching the kick in our last race. Again, if you take a look at Eurykio, does not really come off those legs much at all. And really, it's the same for all of these southern distance swimmers. A lot of times you'll see at various points in time throughout a race of a distance race where the swimmers are basically just pulling. They're floating their legs, giving their legs a break, or picking and choosing when they get on them heavy. These Southern Connecticut distance swimmers, they're on the legs all the time. It's a testament to their training, conditioning, all that work in the weight room. 100 yards to go in Heat 2. Eurykio holding firm, almost 4-second lead over Sierra Ducharme. Natalie Weir, their Southern Connecticut teammate, 9 seconds behind. Eurykio will get the bell. Good showing for Eurykio here. She's the number 7 seed. Came in with a 5:21.90. 25 yards to go. She's going to have a pretty good time drop here herself as she powers toward the finish. An over 10-second time drop for Eurykio, who takes first. Ducharme takes second, drops 14 seconds. And third place will go to Weir, 5:21.90, and she drops 10. So nice job for Southern Connecticut there. They go 1, 2, and 3. As Downer will finish up in lane 3, Boyer in lane 10. But it is Jasmine Eurykio from Southern Connecticut, your Heat 2 winner. We'll get those results up there for you to see them for a little bit longer. Then we'll move on to Heat 3. There are your lane assignments. Heat 3 of 4 here on the women's side. Our number 2 seed is in the water right now, lane 6, Emily Munayirji. Comes in with a 5:14.77. Swimming in lane 3 from Assumption, it's Anna Shu. Swimming in lane 4 from Bentley, it's Claudia Walker. Swimming in lane 5 from Southern Connecticut, Callie Dominguez. The aforementioned Munayirji from Adelphi in lane 6. Sophie Greco from Pace in lane 7. She's the number 5 seed. Shay Callahan from St. Michael's in lane 8. In lane 9 from Assumption, Emma Cates. And in lane 10 from Pace, Sage Evans. Greco and Munayirji are two of our top 10 seeds here in the water. Callie Dominguez, the 11 seed. But Munayirji from Adelphi, the top time coming into this heat number 3, 5:14.77. Right now, though, it is all Callie Dominguez. And again, we mentioned it earlier, those Southern swimmers, the kicking very strong, remains consistent throughout. Here comes Sophie Greco from Pace. She's chasing Dominguez. Munayirji in third right now as we approach the 175-yard mark. Walker in fourth, Shu in fifth, Evans in 6, Callahan 7, Cates in 8 right now. Had a nice conversation with Callie Dominguez's brother, Kobe, last night, who's also on the Southern Connecticut team. Dominguez continues to lead, paces Greco by 6/10. And Adelphi's Muniurgi by a little over 3.5 seconds. And again, it all comes down to, in these distance events and really any event, having a race plan and executing on it. Dominguez is really attacking this 500, although here comes Greco. She's cut that lead to 3/10. They approach the 275-yard mark. It looks like Dominguez still in the lead ever so slightly. Greco right there, stroke for stroke. Dominguez in 5, Greco in 7. Dominguez with the white cap, about to go from left to right. Greco with the dark cap going from left to right. Middle of your screen, Muniurgi still in this thing, 3.3 seconds behind. 175 yards to go, but right now it's Greco who has taken over the lead. A 31.33 on that last 50. She outsplits Dominguez by over a half a second there, and seems like Greco's got that back half push here. She's built up an over body length lead. And with 100 yards to go, Greco continues to extend and push that lead, which is now over 3 seconds. So she's almost doubled the lead over Dominguez over that last 50. And Greco right now looking very strong. She'll get the bell, 50 yards to go. Dominguez still holding tight in second. Our number 2 seed, Muniurgi, 6 seconds off the pace of Greco. Greco's at the flags, and into the wall it will be the junior from Pace, Sophie Greco, 5:06.97, almost a 12-second time drop. Dominguez takes second in a 5:12. She drops 11. Muniurgi takes third, 5:14.89, basically right on her entry time. Looks like Claudia Walker from Bentley will be next to finish up in lane 4, and she does 5:39.09. So good race there by Sophie Greco. Was in second place for the first half of the race, really around the 250, 300-yard mark. Turned it up a bit. And she is your Heat 3 winner. We'll get to our full results there. Here's our number 1 seed from Felician. It is Rachel Omorui. Here we go, our final heat of the women's 500. Lainey Knoll from Adelphi in lane 3. Kara Schwacke from Bentley in lane 4. Madeline Walt From St. Michael's in lane 5, Rachel Omarui from Felician in lane 6. Katinka Hummels from Felician in lane 7. Madison Capria, you heard her on the broadcast last night. In lane 8, Riley Bowden from St. Michael's in lane 9. And it's Morgan Novello from the College of Staten Island in lane 10. Omarui spent some time living in Sweden and Germany before starting her studies in the United States this past fall. She's had some really strong performances this year, including at the ECAC in December, earned her Rookie of the Week honors. Hummels, Omarui, and Capria, 1, 2, and 3 right now. Katinka Hummels from Felician leading the way, just slightly ahead, or actually just about even now with her teammate Omarui. The familiarity impact is there. No strangers to each other at the top. This will be interesting as this plays out as they approach the 225-yard mark. Omarui in 6, Hummels in 7, Capria in 8. That's where you'll find our top 3 swimmers here in our final heat. Number 1 seed is Omarui. Hummels is the 4 seed, while Capria is the 15th seed. Hummels and Omarui now starting to separate a little from Capria. Here comes Madeline Walt from St. Michael's as well, starting to surge a little bit. Capria was the fastest in the field right there over that last 50, 33-13. But Omarui and Hummels, they continue to lead, and it is Hummels still as we approach the 350-yard mark. Leading Hummels by 4/10. Capri has fallen 3 3/4 seconds behind. Walt and Schwacke in lanes 5 and 4 respectively. They're trying to gain some ground on Capria. Maybe make a play for that 3rd place spot right now. With 100 left, it's going to be hard to break into that top 2. I think Hummels and Omarui have that locked down. The question becomes, can Omarui surpass her teammate Hummels for that number 1 seed tonight in finals? They'll both get the bell here. And it is Omarui who now has taken over the lead. She goes to 32-2 there. Over a second faster than Hummels to surge into the lead with just over 25 to go. Keep an eye on that 3rd place spot too. Walt and Schwacke are battling Capria. But this last 75 has absolutely been owned by Rachel Omarui from Felician, as she will surge away and take the heat in a 5:16.09. Almost goes 5:17.19, and it will be Schwacky from Bentley. She comes all the way back from 7th at the 200-yard mark to take 3rd. So what a race there, and what a final 75 yards by Omarui, our number 1 seed coming in. There are your full results. Omarui, almost Schwacky, Walt, Capria, Noel, Bowden, and Novello as we move into the number 1 first heat on the men's side. Our number 1 seed tonight in finals will be Sophie Greco with that 5:06.97. Jasmine Uricchio, 2nd seed. Callie Dominguez, the 3rd seed. Emily Munayurgi, the 4th seed. And Sierra Ducharme rounds out the top 5. Omarui and Hummels will be in that A final, taking the 6th and 7th seeds. Natalie Weir, 8. Kara Schwacky, 9, and Salma Nuno Galan, the number 10 seed from Felician. So we'll move now into the men's 500 freestyle. Swimming in lane 4 from St. Michael's, it's Timothy Vogler. In lane 5 from Bentley, it's Sawyer Lasowski. In lane 6 from the College of Staten Island, it's James Curran. Casey Fonseca in lane 7 from Adelphi. John Capp in lane 8 from the College of Staten Island, and rounding out the field in lane 9 from Pace, it is Cody Villanueva.
Martina Bagala, Felician. 13th, Claudia Walker, Bentley. 12th, Madison Caprea, Bentley. 11th, Madeline Walt, St. Michael's College. 10th, Salma Nuino Gallen, Felician. 9th, Kara Schwacky, Bentley. Your top 8. 8th, Natalie Weir, Southern Connecticut. 7th, Katinka Hummels, Felician. 6th, Rachel Omayui, Felician. 5th, Sierra Ducharme, Southern Connecticut. 4th, Emily Menayurgi, Adelphi. 3rd, Callie Dominguez, Southern Connecticut. 2nd, Jasmine Uricchio, Southern Connecticut. Top seed for tonight's final, time 5:06.97 from Pace, Sophie Greco. The time is 10:45, 30 minutes to scratch.
Good start to this first heat from Casey Fonseca. Senior from Adelphi came in with a time of 5:24.54. It's always interesting to watch these 500 heats when someone pulls out to an early lead. Will they have enough gas in the tank
Currently underway right now, Heat 1.
to maintain that lead on the back half? We see it all the time. Conversely, lots of swimmers choose to really kick it down a notch, downshift for that first 150, 200 yards, then really put their foot on the gas and use all the reserves for the back half. We saw Omarui do that in the final 75 of that last heat as she overtook Hummels for the heat win. Right now, though, Casey Fonseca looks pretty strong at the 300-yard mark. I'd say he's got a 6+ second lead. It's actually almost an 8-second lead and building. So Casey Fonseca, the junior from Adelphi, looking strong here in Heat 1 of the men's 500-yard freestyle. The lead is now 9.5 seconds. So not only did Fonseca go out fast, he's been able to maintain this with just about 100 yards to go. I think we're going to see this lead get pushed to 10 here, and it is. It's almost 11. Fonseca leading the way. Curran in second. He's battling Lasowski and Vogler. They're in lanes 4, 5, and 6, but right now it is definitely Casey Fonseca. There's the bell. He'll make his final turn. Came in with a 5:24.54. He's going to shatter that time. Probably a 10-plus second time drop here. And how about that? 4:59.21. Fonseca breaks the 5-minute mark. Drops 25 seconds to take the heat. James Curran will finish in second, dropping 5 seconds. And Sawyer Lasowski from Bentley will take third with the touch, 5:18.96. Cody Villanueva from Pace will finish up here in lane 9. He came in with a 6:04, so he's going to drop some time too. He'll get under that 6-minute mark. Nice job, Cody. 5:56.44. We'll go to our full results here. Fonseca, Curran, Lasowski, top 3. Vogler, Cap, and Villanueva round out the field as we move into heat number 2. Leighton Wilgazinski. He's our number 3 seed from Bentley. A little flinch there. They're going to stand them back up again. Swimming in Heat 2, Brady Hale from Assumption in lane 3. Stephen Calabro from Bentley in lane 4. It's Samir Sweetie from Southern in lane 5. Leighton Wilgazinski from Bentley in 6. Gus Upchurch. Saw him have some good success last night from Adelphi in lane 7. Aiden Kennedy from Southern Connecticut in lane 8. James Custer, also an Owl from Southern Connecticut in lane 9. And Justin Rivers rounds out the field in lane 10 from Adelphi. It is Wilgazinski, the triathlete, leading the way, or among a quartet of swimmers in lanes 5 through 8 that have jumped out in front and pacing the field here. Sweetie in 5, Wilgazinski in 6, Upchurch in 7, Kennedy in 8. As we mentioned, it was Upchurch last night. The freshman sensation winning the 1,000. He did that as the number 8 seed. Currently sits in 7, but right on the hip of Will Gazinski as they approach the halfway mark here, 250 yards in. Will Gazinski in lane 6, Upchurch in 7 here. Again, as we take a look at the kick, good kick from Will Gazinski and Upchurch. Very similar pacing with both swimmers. Will Gazinski 28.57 that last 50, Upchurch 29.20, enabling Will Gazinski to grow that lead to over a second and a half at the 350-yard mark here. And again, Will Gazinski, one of those swimmers continuing to get stronger as the race goes on. He's gaining crucial time on Upchurch at every 50. The lead was 2.68 at the 350-yard mark. The lead is now 3 1/4 seconds. So another 0.6 of a second Will Gazinski has gained over that last 50, and he looks in really good shape to take heat number 2. There's the bell. 50 yards to go for Will Gazinski. Upchurch in second. Samir Sweetie in third. So Sweetie's starting to make a really strong late push here. I don't know if he has the juice to catch Upchurch for second. Keep an eye also on Aiden Kennedy from Southern Connecticut in lane 8. But heat number 2 belongs to Leighton Will Gazinski from Bentley in a time of 4:41.63, so he drops 3+ seconds. Upchurch takes second in a 4:46 with a 6-second time drop, and Sweetie takes third, 4:47.40, so an 8-second time drop for him. That should set Will Gazinski up good for the finals tonight with 2 heats to go. That would have put him coming in at a top 5 time. There are your full results. Will Gazinski, Upchurch, Sweetie, Kennedy, Calabro, Custer, Hale, and Rivers as we move into heat number 3. Patrick Tarker from Bentley in lane 3. Nicholas Tartaglione from CSI in lane 4. Rafael Kowal from St. Michael's in 5. It's Lucas Hayes, our number 2 seed from St. Michael's in lane 6. Andrew Machuca from Bentley in 7. Henry Velasquez from Southern in lane 8. Jake Chioto from Adelphi in lane 9. And Nicholas Zerva from Southern Connecticut in lane number 10. Hayes, the number 2 seed. Machuca, the number 5 seed. And Kowal, the number 9 seed. So 3 of the top 10 seeds in the water in lanes 5, 6, and 7. Right now it's Cowell from St. Michael's leading the way at the 100-yard mark. The duo from St. Michael's, Cowell and Haynes, off to that really fast start. Cowell, the junior, Hayes, 5th year. Both went out 25 low, settled in around that 28 low mark to mid. Cowell leads Hayes by a half a second, Machuca by over 2.5 seconds. So Cowell and Hayes really in that top tier right now. Separated by 0.4 of a second. Cowell came in 16 seconds slower than Hayes in terms of entry times. Which we all know doesn't mean a heck of a lot at times. A lot of these swimmers and most schools aren't tapering, shaving, resting for any of their dual meet season. And then they get to the conference championships and they're tapered, they're rested, they're suited up, they're shaved. And you see performances like we've seen. We saw an amazing amount of swimmers, I would say about 90% plus last night with best times. That trend has continued this morning. And Cowell at the 350-yard mark still maintains that lead over his teammate from St. Michael's, Lucas Haynes. Aha, so Hayes is a freshman. You know, that FY on the heat sheet, some schools use it as the designation for 5th year. Some schools use it as 1st year instead of just the typical FR for freshmen. My man Joe Frantel out there helping me out. Joe Frantel will be joining us for finals tomorrow night and Sunday night. He was a big part of the broadcast last year. Looking forward to having him back this year. And it is Cowell and Haynes 1 and 2 here. So a really, really good swim for Raphael Cowell from St. Michael's. Came in with a 4:55. Going to have a considerable time drop here, putting him in good position for tonight. Cowell goes a 4:43.41, so almost a 12-second drop. Hayes goes 4:45, and Machuca goes a 4:48, which is a 1-second drop. So Cowell, Hayes, and Machuca go 1, 2, and 3 in our third heat. There are your full results. Velasquez, Chioto, Tartaglione, Zerva, and Tarka round out the top 8 as we move into heat number 4. This is our final heat. Here's our number 1 overall seed, Tristan Weingarten from Adelphi. He is a freshman, coming in with a 4:37.99. Will Gazinski's 4:41. Currently leads the way. Calvin Baird from St. Michael's in lane 3. Scott Kessel from Bentley in 4. Lucas Quiroga from Southern in 5. It is the aforementioned Weingarten from Adelphi in 6. Daniel Ivanchikov from Bentley in 7. Connor Kerbach from St. Michael's in 8. CJ Eaton from Bentley in 9. And Casey Whitaker from Bentley in lane number 10. .441.63, our top time so far going into this final heat. That was posted by Leighton Will Gazinski from Bentley. So for Weingarten, he just needs to be at or even close to his time to get that number 1 seed. Daniel Ivanchikov from Bentley. Leading the way with Weingarten right there with him. Lucas Quiroga in lane 5 from Southern rounds out the top 3 right now as they race toward the 200-yard mark. If you're just joining us, we're live at the WPI Sports and Rec Center for the 2025 Northeast 10 Men's and Women's Swimming and Diving Championships alongside Nikolai Margolin and Lindsay Bailey. I am Jeremy Abreu. You're watching NE10 now on Flow Sports, brought to you by Abreu Media Productions. And we are in event 8. It's our final heat of the men's 500-yard freestyle. Our number 1 overall seed, Tristan Weingarten, in the water right now in lane 6. Involved in a good battle with Daniel Ivanchikov from Bentley and Lucas Quiroga from Southern. Weingarten in 6, Ivanchikov in 7, Quiroga in 5. Ivanchikov trying to hold on to that lead that he's had. And as you can see, these two swimmers are separated right now by 1/100th of a second heading into the 325-yard mark. It actually looks like for the first time we're seeing some visual separation by Weingarten. Almost a half a body length ahead of Ivanchikov. Quiroga right there as well. Weingarten 29:30, that last 50. That was the fastest in the field. 2/100ths ahead of Quiroga, 4/10ths ahead of Ivanchikov. So Weingarten really starting to put some distance between him and Ivanchikov heading into this final 100. And it is now Southern's Quiroga who has moved up into second, 4/10ths behind. So we're going to have to keep a close eye on Quiroga here. The sophomore from Southern Connecticut. He came in as the number 8 seed. He's having himself a good swim here. Again, the time to beat for that 1 seed tonight, 4:41.63. There's the bell. Will no doubt have a fast, scorching 50 here. Weingarten in the lead. Quiroga in hot pursuit in lane 5. And with 25 to go, Weingarten seems safe and secure. Now let's take a look at this time here. He's not going to get that 1 seed, which will belong to Will Gazinski, but he will go 4:42.99. Quiroga takes second and drops 9. Ivanchikov takes third with a 4:48.48 and drops 3/10. So those are your top 3. Leighton Will Gazinski will be your number 1 seed tonight. We'll get to full results here. Kerbach, Whitaker, Kessel, Baird, and Eaton round out the top 8. But it is Tristan Weingarten, your Heat 4 winner, as we move on to event 9. It's the women's 200-yard IM. There will be 4 heats. Number 1 seed is Skyla Lang from Bentley, 207.42.
Next event in event 9, women's 200-yard individual medley. There'll be 4 heats. This is heat 1.
4 heats of the women's 2 IM. Much faster pace. Definitely any IM event is my favorite to watch. You really have to have a mastery of all 4 strokes to be a good IMer. I think there's some breaststrokers that would disagree. They would say, hey, man, as long as I can swim a good breaststroke, I'm pretty solid in the IM. And you know, they're not totally wrong there. Breaststroke leg is typically the portion of the race where you will see swimmers make up some time, deficits be erased, or leads extended. I think we're just about ready to go here. Lane 10 will be open here in our first heat. Kaylin Conliffe from St. Michael's in lane 3. Jessica Giordano from Adelphi in 4. Ariana Petta from St. Michael's in 5. Daniela Zunich from Adelphi in 6. It's Sarah Griffith from Bentley in 7. Stephanie Schneider from Felician in 8. And Livy Waranis from St. Michael's in lane 9. So they'll start out with the butterfly, transition to back, over to breast, come home with freestyle. It is Sarah Griffith leading the way after butterfly. They'll make that transition to back. Good underwater there by Griffith in lane 7. So a really strong underwater there by Griffith again. Takes her out to the 12, 13-yard mark. And then let's watch this turn into breaststroke. She'll do an open turn. A lot of open turns, a bucket turn, crossover turn. Those are just the 3 types of legal turns that you can make from backstroke into breaststroke. Griffith continues to lead. Zunich from Adelphi in 2nd. Schneider from Felician in 3rd right now. Griffith has looked really strong here. The junior from Bentley came in with a time of 2:25.88. She'll make the two-hand touch and be the first to transition over to freestyle. Schneider from Felician has moved into second. Zunic has dropped down to third. Keep an eye on Giordano from Adelphi in lane 4. She's going to try and make a push to sneak into that top 3. Stephanie Schneider really surging here. If there was another 25, she might be able to overtake Griffith, but it will be Griffith 2:22.07. She drops 3+ seconds. Schneider takes second, Zunic third. There are your full results. Giordano, Petto, Aranis, and Conliff round out your top 7 as we move into heat number 2. Doesn't look like they're doing any flyover starts here, so the swimmers will exit the pool as we move into heat number 2. Natalia Brulinski from Adelphi in 3. Brooke Keeney from Southern in lane 4. She is our defending champion in this event. Abigail Lyons from Southern in 5. Azel Pusing from Adelphi in 6. Bella Smith from Assumption in 7. Emma St. Hilaire from Southern in lane 8. Jessica Hart from St. Michael's in 9. And Michelle Lee from Bentley in lane 10. Right now it is Azel Pusing. The sophomore from Adelphi comes in with a time of 2:13.97. But no real separation here, except, take a look at this, lane 4, Brooke Keeney really showing off her strong backstroke along with her teammate Abigail Lyons. They will be 1 and 2. Bella Smith from Assumption in 3rd as they transition over to breaststroke. We'll be able to see a lot here during this leg of the IM, where in lane 7, Bella Smith looks strong. However, the lead still belongs to Keeney. Keeney leading the way. She's followed by Bella Smith from Assumption. St. Hilaire is right there as well in lane 8, and St. Hilaire has actually now moved into second. She's passed Smith. Here comes Lyons as well. Lyons may have snuck up into 3rd here, we'll see, but it is going to be Brooke Keeney, your Heat 2 winner. Good time for Keeney here. 2:08.19. So Brooke Keeney takes first, Hilaire second, Lyons third, all Southern Connecticut at the top. There are your full results. 2:08.19 for Keeney. 2:08.19 now becomes the time to beat. The number 1 seed coming in here was Skylar Lang at a 2:07.42. So here we go with heat number 3. There are your lane assignments. Jordan Nusback, our number 2 seed in lane 6. Abby Peach from Southern in lane 3. Christine Fabo Mbite from Felician in lane 4. Lily Rice in lane 5. Jordan Nusback in 6. Arilyn Vogel in 7. Margaret Wilk and Aiden Walsh, both from St. Michael's in 8 and 9 respectively. And Aurelia Barbagallo from the College of Staten Island in lane 10. Arilyn Vogel from Southern out fast in the butterfly, 28-16 through 50. They make the transition to backstroke. Good underwater there by Vogel, but here comes Nusback from Bentley. She does a good job generating power off the wall, as you saw there. Good underwater there in the backstroke to escape all that rough water at the top. Let's watch that turn. She'll do a crossover turn into the breaststroke. And Nusback leads Vogel by 6/10. So they're your top tier. The next tier, I would say, in third place and fourth place right now, Lily Rice and Abby Peach, along with Aiden Walsh. Along with Margaret Wilk from St. Michael's. Nusback holding on to that lead. Nusback will take that lead into the freestyle. Nusback, Vogel, and Peach separated by a little under a second and a half. Nusback continues to look strong. She will be your heat winner here. I'm thinking in around a 2:08. $2:10.17 for Nusback. So she drops 7/10. Rice takes second. Peach takes third. There are your full results. Nusback, Rice, and Peach. Top three, Wilk, Fabo, Mbite, Walsh, and Barbagallo round out the top 7 as we move to our fourth and final heat. And here is our number 1 seed. Skyla Lang from Bentley in lane 6. Skyla Lang, our number 1 seed. Sophia Lake, our number 4 seed. Isabel Soto, our number 8 seed. So 3 of the top 10, and here we go. Allison Quitos from Southern in lane 3. Elena Kaufman from Felician in lane 4. Isabella Soto also from Felician in 5. The aforementioned Lang from Bentley in lane 6. Sophia Lake and Brooke Sylvia both from Assumption in lane 7 and 8. Grace Motisi from Bentley in lane 9. And Ashley Favada from Bentley in lane 10. Right now it is Skyla Lang leading the way with that strong butterfly. Good turn. And watch the underwater here by Lang. Almost takes herself halfway across the pool underwater. Such a devastating weapon to have. To be able to get a good depth on that underwater, get underneath the current coming against you. And this one is all Lang. She'll make that turn. She'll do an open turn into the breaststroke. Almost 3 seconds ahead of Kaufman, 3+ ahead of Motisi. So Lang, Kaufman, and Motisi, 1, 2, and 3. Our top time is still Keeney's 2:08.19. I think Lang's going to have something to say about that when all is said and done here. Over the final 12 yards. of the breaststroke. $136.99. So, I mean, even if she comes back in a 30, she's not only going to be the top seed, but she'll have a new best time as well. $207.71 for Lang. She'll be the number 1 seed tonight. Great swim for her, right? Just about on her time, 3/10 off. Her Bentley teammate Motisi takes second, and it's Kaufman from Felician who takes third. There are your full results there. First heat of the men's, 3 swimmers here. Alexander Sherman in 5, Brendan Hopping in 6, Michael Belpedio in 7. 4 heats here. Cooper Rivers from Adelphi, your defending champion. We'll see the senior in lane heat 4.
Medley. 18th, Jessica Hart, St. Michael's College. 17th, Brooke Sylvia, Assumption. Top 16, 16th, Aiden Walsh, St. Michael's. 15th, Sophia Lake, Assumption. 14th, Christine Fabio Embite, Felician. 13th, Azel Busing, Adelphi. 12th, Margaret Wilkes, St. Michael's. 11th, Elena Kaufman, Felician. 10th, Grace Motisi, Bentley. And 9th, Abby Peach, Southern Connecticut. Your top 8. 8th, Bella Smith, Assumption. 7th, Lily Rice, Bentley. 6th, Erin Vogel, Southern Connecticut. 5th, Abigail Lyons, Southern Connecticut. 4th, Emma St. Hilaire, Southern Connecticut. 3rd, Jordan Newsback, Bentley University. 2nd, Brooke Keeney, Southern Connecticut. Top seed with a prelim time of 207.71 from Bentley University, Skyla Lang. Time is 11:26, 30 minutes to scratch.
Brendan Hopping from St. Michael's leading the charge here. He will be your heat winner, followed by Michael Belpedio. Looks like it might have been a soft touch there by Belpedio in lane 7. Sherman takes third. There are your full results for Heat 1 as we get ready for Heat number 2. Heat 2 in the water. Austin Heyer from Assumption in lane 3. Eddie Arofiev from Bentley in 4. Drew Ladner from Southern in 5. It's McAllister Milne, the 2023-24 Swimmer of the Year in lane 6. Jack Meekins in lane 7. Griffin Kelleher in 8. Kenneth Ryu in 9. And Chris Fallman in lane number 10. Drew Ladner out to the fast start from Southern in lane 5, followed closely by McAllister Milne. Open turn for Ladner, crossover turn for Milne into breaststroke, and it is McAllister Milne in lane 6 who now takes over the lead. Milne will take that lead into the final leg. Freestyle leads Ladner by almost 2 full seconds. Pretty safe to say that McAllister Milne will be our heat winner here. He was your 3rd overall seed, and he goes a 152.57. He's followed by Ladner and Kelleher. There are your full results. Meekins, Arofiev, Fallman, Ryu, and Heyer round out the top 8 as we move into heat number 3. Matthew Walden, former Bluefish star from Bentley. The sophomore is the number 2 seed. Comes in with a 156.65. Keep an eye on Walden here in lane 6. Jacob Tanner from Southern in lane 3. Hunter Daly from St. Michael's in 4. It's Julian Lopez in lane 5 from the College of Staten Island. In lane 6, it's the aforementioned Walden. In lane 7 from Staten Island, it's William Kwan. In lane 8 from Adelphi, Valerie Pedoretsky. In lane 9, Jake Bender from Bentley. And in lane 10, it is Ben Inslee from St. Michael's. Pedoretsky, the freshman sensation from Adelphi, helping propel them to an undefeated dual meet season this year on the men's side. The backstroke is where Walden shines, and now he has taken over the lead, using every bit of that tall frame. But now keep an eye on Pedoretsky in lane 8. Pedoretsky has taken over the lead ever so slightly through the first 50 of the breaststroke. Good pull out there in lane 8. Pedoretsky will take a 1+ second lead into the freestyle over Walden. 3.5 seconds over Kwan. See if Walden can make a late surge here in the freestyle. Also a strong freestyler, but it will be Valerie Pedoretsky from Adelphi, your Heat 3 winner. 153.99. Walden will take second, Lopez third. Milnes 152.57 still holds as we move into our final heat. We'll get you those full results in 1 second. Quan, Daly, Tanner, Bender, and Inslee round out the top 8. Valerie Pitoretsky, your Heat 3 winner as we move to our 4th and final heat. Cruising through this morning session. One more event to go after this heat. Here is our #1 overall seed, Cooper Rivers, also our defending champion, Cooper Rivers. Kobe Dominguez, our #5 seed. Alex Yurkowicz, our #8 seed. Rivers comes in with a time of 153.98. He's going to have to do a little better to that to match Milnes' 152.57 in that top spot so far. Niels Callawart from pace out to the fast start with the butterfly. You can always tell who the butterflyers are. Callawart and Rivers for sure. They go 1 and 2 in inverse order right there through the butterfly. Fane Gersh in third. Top 3 swimmers separated by 9/10. Top 4 by just over a second. So a logjam near the top here in our 4th and final heat of the men's 2IM. It will be Cooper Rivers heading into the breaststroke with the slight lead over Kobe Dominguez. We had a good conversation with Dominguez last night. His sister also on the Southern team. His father was a Southern swimmer. Very nice breaststroke leg here by Dominguez. Puts him into the lead going into the freestyle. It showed Rivers, it was Dominguez, but Rivers and Dominguez now battling, and you can see Rivers now surges ahead. So Cooper Rivers in lane 6. Will he break that 152.57? And he does. Rivers, the defending 2IM champ, will be the #1 seed tonight. Dominguez takes second. Fane Gersh takes third. 152.40. Milne will be in that second spot. As we move into our final event of the morning, it is the 50 freestyle. There are your full results for the men's 2IM as we prepare for the women's 50 free. Kate Michael in 1, Caroline Cloxton in 2, Bridie Olofsson Michael in 4, Cloxton in 5, Olofsson in 6, Hussein in 7, Sullivan in 8. This is event 11, women's 50-yard freestyle. There will be 5 heats. Our top overall seed from Felician is Amelia Mayers. You'll see her in the final heat with a 24.05. Defending champion is Molly Kennedy. And heat 1 will belong to Birdie Olofsson from Bentley, 26.6. Foxton second, Michael third. As we move into heat 2. Mihalik in 3, Halligan in 4, Nyquist in 5, Guo in 6, Mongeli in 7, Conroy in 8, Bonagura in 9, White in lane number 10.
Assumption, 15th, Alex Yurkowitz, Bentley, 14th, Hunter Daly, St. Michael's, 13th, Jack Meekins, Bentley.
And it is Guo out touching Mongeli for first. So Jada Guo from Bentley takes first. Mary Mongeli from St. Michael's second. Haley Nyquist from Southern third. There's the rest of your top 8 there in Heat 205. Jada Guo from Bentley, your winner as we move into Heat 3. Heat 3 lined up and ready to go. Here's our defending champion, Molly Kennedy, in lane 6. Klein in 3, Morin in 4, Arturi in 5, Kennedy in 6, Higgs in 7, Steen in 8, Mead in 9, Ubert in 10. And it is Molly Kennedy off to that really fast start. Good reaction time. Good entry into the water, and it will be Kennedy. Head down all the way. Kennedy goes a 23:57, earning an NCAA previous B cut time. So nice job by Kennedy. 23:57. Arturi takes second, and Higgs takes third. So what a swim by Kennedy there. As we move into heat number 4, that's going to be tough to beat, 23:57. Amelia Meyers, our top seed from Felician, comes in with a 24:05. So nice job by Kennedy there. She's laying down the gauntlet saying, you're going to need to bring it if you're going to take that 50 free crown away from me. Loacano in 3, Steen in 4, Swist in 5, McKay in 6, Montanari in 7, Marzek in 8, McSweeney in 9, and Hope in lane 10. Actually, that's Hopi. And it will be Marzek, 23:95. McKay takes second, Montanari takes third. So another B cut time. This time Ella Marzek from Southern Connecticut, 23:95. So our 5th and final heat, here's our number 1 seed, Amelia Meyers from Felician, 24:05. 3 swimmers in the 24s here. Jessica Johnson as well. Alexi Vinson. Barboza in 3, Westendorf in 4, Vincent in 5, Mayers in 6, Johnson in 7, Galicki in 8, Glasgow in 9, and Don Levy in lane number 10. Good start there by Justice Glasgow in lane number 9, and she's out really fast as well. And that heat belongs to Glasgow, 23.97. Galicki takes second as Mayers takes third. So Justice Glasgow from lane number 9, our Heat 5 winner. Our number 1 seed will be our defending champion, Molly Kennedy, at a 23.57. As we move into our final 6 races of the morning, it is the men's 50 free.
Men's 50-yard freestyle. There'll be 6 heats. This is Heat 1, Mr. Referee.
Ronan Keenan in 5, Sebastian Brubretsky in lane 6, Aiden Shaw in 7, and Shea Barton in 8. Brubretsky from Adelphi. And it will be Brubretsky. 25.07, Shaw takes second, Keenan third. There are your full results. Bubrowicki, Shaw, and Keenan, your top 3. Shea Barton in 4th from Assumption as we move on to heat number 2. Heat 2 lined up, ready to go. Scatliff in 3, Hussein in 4, Vitas in 5, McCaffrey in 6. Breeden in 7, Martinson in 8, in Sancho in 9, and Yost in lane 10. Breeden goes to 22.81. Vitas takes second. McCaffrey third, so pace goes 1 and 2 there. Breeden a 22.81 for the Heat victory. There are your full results as we move into heat number 3. A reminder, we will be back on the air at 6 o'clock tonight. 4 finals. In addition to the 5 free, 2 IM 50 free, there will also be the diving finals tonight, which we will bring you coverage of. A little bit of a flinch there, so the officials will stand them up. We'll do this again. Good clean start to heat number 3. J.J. Kane Top time coming into Heat 3, 22:70. West in 3, Curry in 4, Meek in 5, Kane in 6, Whitaker in 7, Brewer in 8, Butryn in 9, Radov in 10. Too close to call right now. Looks like lane 3. Is that? No, it is Butryn in 9, taking first. West takes second and Radov takes third. So pace showing up at the top here in our last couple heats. Owen Butryn 22:34 for your Heat win as we move into Heat 4. Mealy in 3, Engelhart in 4, Kuhn in 5, Rakoff in 6, Attenborough in 7, Fry in 8, Travis Scott in lane 9, Brian Garvey in lane 10. Right now it's all Franklin Kuhn from Southern Connecticut, and it will be Kuhn. 20.66, that's an NCAA B-cut time. So 20.66 for Kuhn. Great job there. That's faster than our number 1 seed's entry time. We'll see him coming up. Valerie Pedoretsky, the freshman from Adelphi. As we move here, though, into heat number 5. Ruyer in 6, Frazier in 7. Lair in, Ruyer in 3, Frazier in 4, Lair in 5, Slavin in 6, Yee in 7, Goodlet in 8, Kossage in 9, Gentilini in lane 10. Who's going to get this one? And it will be Frazier, 21-28. So Frazier takes first, Slavin second, Calvin Yee third as we move into our 6th and final heat of the morning. Will Valerie Pedoretsky, who came in the number 1 seed, secure the top seed at finals tonight? He's going to need a 20.65 or better. Comes in with a 20.75. Kosha in 3, Marzano in 4, Guan in 5, Pedoretsky in 6, Kane in 7, Sinya Gravitsky in 8, Fred in 9, Bahaleri in 10. Watch the start here by Pedoretsky in lane 6. Looks like there may be a problem with the wedge. May have come off the block. In lane 6. So they're going to switch that one out. Little bit of a equipment malfunction here at WPI. They'll straighten that out. We'll use that to take a really quick break. We'll be right back in 15. We're back at WPI and just about ready to go with our 6th and final heat of the men's 50 free. Our number 1 seed coming in, Valerie Pedoretsky, the freshman from Adelphi. He'll be looking to get that top seeded finals. To do so, he'll need a 20.65 or better to beat Franklin Kuhn's time from Heat 4. We are ready to rock. Good start there by Pedoretsky. Keep an eye on Sinyagavitsky in lane 8 as well. Pedoretsky head down, churning that white water at the flags into the wall. There's no doubt about this one. It is Pedoretsky in a tie for the number 1 spot tonight. So Pedoretsky and Kuhn both a 20.66. How's that to end the morning? That is an NCAA B cut time. And Pedoretsky with the Heat victory and a tie with Franklin Kuhn for the number 1 overall seed tonight in the 50 free. And that will conclude, I believe. Let's just wait for, oh, that will conclude our morning session here, folks. I think we're just going to get the quick announcement on the 50 free. Let's just make sure before we sign off.
Here are your results of event 12, men's 50-yard freestyle. 18th, Andy Budlari, Staten Island. 17th, Adam Fred, Southern Connecticut. Top 16, 16th, Travis Scott, Southern Connecticut. 15th, Liam Goodlett, Assumption University. Tied for 13th, Danny Lear of Bentley University and Kenny Guan, Assumption University. 12th, Calvin Yee, Bentley University. Tied for 10th, Anthony Attenborough of Staten Island and his teammate Vladislav Sinyavetsky. 9th, Tyler Marzano, Bentley University. Your top 8, 8th, Jack Fry, Southern Connecticut. 7th, William Engelhardt, St. Michael's College. 6th, Eric Slavin, Adelphi University. Tied for 4th, Thomas Kane, St. Michael's College, and Benjamin Fraser, Southern Connecticut. 3rd, Ethan Rekoff, Bentley University. And tied for 1st going into tonight's final with a time of 20.66, Franklin Kuhn of Southern Connecticut and Valerie Pedoretsky, Adelphi University. The time is 11:55, 30 minutes to scratch.
So that's a wrap on our morning session, folks. Some very exciting and fast swimming setting us up for a very exciting finals tonight from WPI for the last time, alongside Nikolai Margolin and Lindsay Bailey. I am Jeremy Abreu. You've been watching NE10 now on Flow Sports, brought to you by Abreu Media Productions. Our coverage of the Northeast 10 Men's and Women's Swim and Dive Championship prelim session for Day 2 has concluded. We will be back tonight at 6 p.m. We hope you have a great afternoon, and thank you for watching.
Individual